I have over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and I have helped many struggling Instagram pages reach that crucial 10,000 follower mark. It's no secret that successful people on Instagram can earn thousands a month, through brand deals and affiliate marketing. You probably want to know how they do it. So in today's video, I'll go over the top 5 growth hacks that have helped me not only build my Instagram accounts to over 100,000 followers, but also the tips that I give to new pages that I work with that just need that extra push. After hearing about step 3, I won't be surprised if you 10x your follower mark in 3 months. Okay, so let's jump straight into this. If you've been around on Instagram for a while, I want you to forget everything you've learned.
What did he say?
I know, but Instagram is currently changing and evolving. So that means that the tactics that we used to use back in, 2020 might not work anymore. So we need to reevaluate how we grow a page. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because I make videos like this all the time. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make sure your page is looking correct. This is important because if your page isn't looking appealing to your target audience, then you're just not going to convert any followers. So the easiest way for me to explain this is to compare 2 pages and tell you what one of them does right, one of them does wrong. So we've got best vacations on the left and we've got best traveler on the right. Now, as you can already tell straight away, which one do you think's best? I'll give you 3 seconds. If you picked left, you might go far in this Instagram business. If you picked right, it's not looking good for you. Alright, so let's break down why the page on the left looks better than the page on the right. First thing you see on the page is the bio. That's the first thing most people look at. As you can see, the page on the left is Journey with Us, Best Vacations, Photos by our team, We travel the world non-stop. It just looks official, it looks nice, it looks like a proper travel page. Now the page on the right just has DM for business. That couldn't sound any more corporate and cold if the person tried. I really don't know what was going through their head when they put this. It's not a bad thing to put DM for business in your bio, but when it's the only thing in your bio, people will read this as this page is just a cash grab, you're only making it to generate some income. People tend to follow pages that they can actually build a connection with. So that's the first thing I noticed. Secondly, I've got to talk about the highlights. Now highlights are slept on a lot on Instagram. A lot of people think they don't matter. It couldn't be any further than the truth. As you can see on the page on the left, it's a travel page. So what have they got? They've got highlights of every different country. Now this looks really professional. Also looks great. People might only be coming for specific different countries and they can just find all this content there. It's a great way of doing it for a travel page. On the page on the right, we've got nothing. Not even one highlight. I don't know what's going through this person's head. Clearly I think they need to watch one of these videos. I don't know how they've got to 30,000 followers. And lastly, you just need a good picture, like a logo or whatever. Now for a travel page, you just need to have something looking nice, like a nice destination. But wherever you want to go from a finance or corporate page, you're probably going to have a nice logo that goes along with that. I'll give you an example of one of my fashion pages here. This is the logo that I use. You can see that it's an established page. People are more likely to follow a page that looks professional. So if you're wondering what to put in your bio, I would literally put something like follow for the best travel, gaming, finance, whatever your niche is, content daily, and then just put something about your page, maybe like come here for the best gaming news every day or something like that. Posting travel videos every single day, something along those lines. Now what you can do is just look at other people in your niche and see what they're doing, which is a great way to apply these things to your page. Okay, so step 2 on this journey is finding viral content. If you don't know how to find viral content, then your page just isn't going to go far. You're not going to make it at all on Instagram. Now keep in mind, this isn't just for theme pages. This can be for personal accounts as well if you're trying to grow them. It all works the same sort of way. The first thing that you have to do is find someone in your niche that has similar sort of vibe that you're going for, but also has a lot more followers than you. I would look for people around the 50 to maybe 500k mark. Any more followers than 500k, they're also probably just going to go viral because they've got so many followers engaging anyway. So you want to be finding that sweet spot of around 50 to 500k. These people are the people that you want to be copying the posts. So again, if we was doing something in the travel niche, I'd go to a page that's doing really well. Okay, so this page right here is a great example. It's called Traveling Post. Now it literally took me about 2 minutes to find this page. Now, as you can see, they've got 100,000 followers. They've got a good looking page. I mean, the logo could use a bit of work, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So how to find viral content. What works at the minute is probably Instagram Reels. That's probably what you're going to want to be, going into the most. However, it can work the same for posts if that's what you want to be posting. So what I'd do is go to Reels and I'd just scroll down and you can already see what's worked and what hasn't. The ones that have gotten 1,000 views are clearly not working well. But now if you scroll down, we see this one with 50,000 views. It's got 4,500 likes. It's got 114 comments. This is viral content for this page. Now, because we're also going to be in the travel niche, this is the type of content that you're going to be reposting to your page. Now, always remember to give credit down in the description. So then if we carry on scrolling, we've just had that one, that's this one over here has got 22k. This one over here has got 44k. This one's got 67k. These are the type of content that you want to be posting on your page. You don't want to be posting any of this, 1k, 2k showcase stuff. You want to be going for the viral content because this is what's probably going to work on your page as well. There is a reason why it has got so many views. Now, if you're running a personal brand, what I do is try and recreate some of these videos. You know, if you're not a theme page and you're not just taking over people's videos, I'd just try and recreate these videos and these concepts for yourself. Okay, so step 3, well, you know, we're cooking with steam at this point. So this is probably the most important step, and if you utilize this step, you know, this could really explode your growth in a short amount of time. However, you know, you have to do this correctly because it's kind of a fine art, a balancing act, if you would. It's the Instagram equivalent of, you know, walking on a tight wire. So the first thing for this step is you're going to want to get a list of the top 5 competitors in your niche. You know, for example, if we're doing the animal niche, I would find pages like this. I would then find their least engaging post. I know what you're thinking, why should I find their least engaging posts? Surely I want to be finding the most viral posts. Well, this is simply because their most active and loyal fans will be engaging in their least viral content. And these are the people, these active, loyal people that you want on your page, because they're going to be the ones that are liking and engaging with your stuff as well. So if we find a post like this, you know, it's clearly being received by a lot less than average for this page. So what we will then do is go into the likes of this post and then start following the accounts that have liked this post. Now, there is a certain criteria that you need to follow in order to do this successfully, and you know, if you want it to be effective, and believe me, it is really effective if you get good at it. So you want to make sure you're only following private accounts, as this way they have to physically click on your profile to, you know, accept the follow request. You know, this will give you a better chance of them following back, because now they actually have to look on your profile, and then hopefully you can engage them enough with the first 2 steps that we talked about to actually follow your page. You also need to make sure that these people are following more people than they are followers. This means that they are more likely to follow your account back, as you know, they're following more people than they are followers. Now, the last step of this method is to only do this for 50 accounts per day. Any more than that, you know, you might activate Instagram's, you know, defense mechanisms, and they might ban you from following people and stuff. And you don't want that, believe me, you do not want to be messing around with Instagram. So make sure you stick to 50. So imagine the compound effect of this. You know, you start following 50 people a day. After a week, that's 350 people. Then after a month, that's 1,400 people. And these aren't just any random people that you're following. These are highly active, engaged followers in your niche. This will make Instagram think your account is blowing up. And then it will put your page on the explore page to other people like the followers you've just followed in your niche. And then you should start growing organically. This method is so powerful. I've used it for every single one of my pages. I wouldn't start an Instagram account without this method. It literally speeds up the whole Instagram growth period by, you know, probably 6 to 12 months. Like, it is ridiculous. However, I would only do this method to about 3,000 followers. After that, you kind of want to be growing organically without doing this. You don't really need to do it at this point. But if you use this method correctly, then and you've actually built 3,000 loyal, engaged followers, your Instagram account is going to blow up anyway. Okay, so the last tip that we're going to have to talk about is stories. Instagram is heavily pushing stories at the minute. The CEO just went on a podcast and he basically explained that most people that go on Instagram don't actually scroll through the feed. You know, I think 60 or 70% of people just flick through the stories. So if you're not posting stories, you could be missing out on 60 to 70% of people that are using Instagram. It's kind of silly, really. You know, stories also help with building a connection with your audience. It will separate your brand from being more corporate to more personal. It will also mean that people are more likely to buy stuff from you because they'll think you're a real person rather than a brand trying to sell them stuff, which means your conversion rates for when you're selling stuff hopefully should go up. I would post probably about 2 to 3 times a day on stories if you can, and make sure you're doing this consistently every single week. Alright, so now that you're building up your Instagram page and you're going to be the next Kim K, you're going to want to start making some money with your pages. I have videos on exactly how you can do this and exactly how you can start building up some income streams with your Instagram theme pages. You know, how I'm using these methods to make thousands of pounds. The link will be down in the description for that playlist. I do hope you enjoyed. I hope this video was insightful, and I'll see you in the next one.